Farnese never ever found her purpose? What if she kept believing the lies she was telling herself? What if she remained trying to capture Guts and serving Mo's ghosts? Do you think Guts would have been able to manage Casca on his own? It was critical for Farnese's old paradigm to be broken in order to find her purpose. Let me explain why. The best place for us to start would be, not here. Certainly not here. Yeah, that's a good spot. Let's start at her childhood. One major thing she tried to do was seduce Serpico, and he declined the offer because he knew that they were related. And lastly, she basically saw her mother being burned at the stake. And she also contributed to that factor because she was forcefully asked to burn her mother by throwing a fire stick. And you could see that that is one of the major contributions to her emotional distress and trauma. Then you have this notion she low-key started to enjoy that process of burning people. So that became her purpose. To serve the light and to be a witch hunter and start burning people for the Holy Iron Knights. Now, she may have been the commander of the Holy Iron Knights, but she really doesn't do any fighting. The main point to take away from this is that she has been really confused about her life, her feelings, desires, and God, and just life in general. But the big thing for her was to capture Guts, which she did with the help of her army, of course. It wasn't single-handed. Where she starts to crack is when she sees Guts and gets this feeling of, damn, his body is banging. Like, I want it. Okay, that really didn't happen. But what I'm trying to say is when Farnese and Guts met, Guts was laughing at her because he basically said, you don't know what God is, and that statue, you just like it, hollow. On the inside. I was like, ooh. And on top of that, he's just spitting out real knowledge and real application experience to her, and she just didn't want to hear it. She didn't believe him, so she began whipping him. Did I mention that she also whipped herself because she was totally lusting after Guts, even though she didn't admit it, but she totally was. Honestly, she's just confused. But she got possessed by a demon, and that brought out that side of her, like, that she was suppressing, and it was low-key disturbing. At this point, Farnese has been pretty much a useless character up until this point. So let's qualify the statement with some examples. This will be easy. No real skills like fighting or tactical. Basically leading an army, but they have their minds of their own, and sometimes they really just don't want to follow orders. Sometimes they even question it, like, are you sure we should be doing this? 2, was a hollow person, no personality, only cared about her duty. She never gave any thought to anyone else, plus she was brainwashed, and she didn't really seem to care about anybody else, not even Serpico. She acted like a righteous person, but on the inside, empty and punished herself all the time. She doesn't love herself. I mean, she abuses herself. I won't go any further into that. Had traumas that needs to be addressed. Main one being her mother being burned at the stake, and she contributed to that. Also, this feelings that she has for Guts and her brother. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. Bottom line is, she has no soul. Okay, but all hope isn't lost. She has to repent for real and let go of the old paradigm, or Guts destroying it, because Mo's guest had Casca, which Casca is very important to Guts, and he does not tolerate none of that nonsense. Fast forward, Farnese and Serpico joins Guts' party. Farnese's single job is to watch Casca. Like, that is it. That is all she is good for, like nothing else. But that role is still very critical to Guts. I mean, it gives Guts a peace of mind that Casca is being watched and taken care of. She gets to learn what the real world is like and gets to experience it and learn more so about herself. And along the way, she learns magic as a pupil from Shurenrick. But you know who I'm talking about, the small witch lady. Now to the theory. If Farnese never found her purpose/destiny and had her paradigm broken, 1, she would have just continued to be obsessed with hunting down Guts and other people who are considered witches or evil dark falcons. Think of her like Zuko from the Avatar. He was so obsessed with capturing Aang That was his sole mission, to the point he forgot why was he even doing this, and are you sure this is even the right thing? Like, what are you trying to gain? In that aspect, she would have continued to use her army, basically not giving any regards to them, and they probably would have been annoyed with her and low-key try to kill her, try to do something to her, and then obviously Serpico would have to step in and protect her because she's not good with the sword. Her hollow personality would have still remained the same, and the worst part is she still would have been emotionally broken instead of healing and knowing what the real world is like. And the most important part was the ability to learn magic and tap into something special. Lastly, she would have never been able to know Casca and Guts, and her life pretty much would have sucked. She would have never known the truth about the real world and remained in her tight, delusional world that she created. And that's the worst place to be, is that you're in your own lies and illusion. And the big thing, I don't think Guts would have been able to manage Casca on his own in the state that she was in, and fighting demons at the same time, impossible. Let me know if you agree with me or disagree. We could talk about this in the comments below. If you're looking for some of the most amazing content, Mastermind Comics in the building can get you what you need. Be sure to like, subscribe for more content from us. Also, watch What If Judo Had Confessed while you're on this channel. You know you want to.